and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. He's going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday, and happy Friday indeed. We're live at the Nürburgring for the MX5s here tonight on Phoenix Sim Sport, and it's going to be an absolute spicy battle. I can tell you that just from watching free practice. We are running a couple of minutes behind today, but we'll be joining the action in qualifying very shortly. But just before we do that, quick shout out to our affiliates there at Asetek Sim Sports. So if you're looking for some top rated sim gear, you know where to head to, and it's to their store. Pick up what you want, get to the checkout, and use the code Phoenix Sim Sport to get a lovely 5% off of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak into the end of free practice. So we're watching this battle. We've been watching this battle for a little while. GOVEE and Solpanen, and it's been quite fun to watch these two play around in free practice. Matt's also getting in amongst this. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a very frenzied race today. A lot of matching times across the board. As you see, Maverick, Prison, Matt all in the same time, all right behind Solpanen, who's just ahead of 419. So that mid-pack is going to be extremely entertaining to watch today for sure. But yeah, welcome in there, Maverick and Condor. This is going to be fun. So we are coming into the end of the practice at the moment, and then we'll be getting qualifying underway. And it'll be a lovely 10 minutes. We are running at the sprint circuit. This is an absolute mad battle. Save it for the race, boys. Save it for the race. As GOVEE decides he's going to save it for right there. Yeah, we are running the Nürburgring Sprint A layout today. So we're not taking the 24-hour cut-off there. We are taking turns 1, 2, 3 normally, as we do. Then when we get halfway down here on the straight, we cut off to the right into the Schumacher S's, completing the Sprint A format. Sprint B, we would have taken the 24-hour cut through. As you see, the cars will come up here, they'll brake, they'll take a right-hander to the exit of the Schumacher S's, and into the latter part of the track. So nice and short and sweet for the MX5s, and it is an extremely high speed track for them. You can see there Miku really setting down the pace early doors with a 142, but this is practice, so anything can happen when qualifying starts, which will be imminently. And boy, are we looking forward to this one tonight. So we get the minute-and-a-half countdown, and then we're going to get ourselves underway here for qualifying at the Nürburgring Sprint Format A here at Phoenix Sim Sport. So we've got coffee at the ready, and we're going to need it. 10 minutes of qualifying, then it will be a qualifying set grid for race 1. And then everybody's favourite, the fast and the chaotic reverse grid race 2. 20 minutes a set. And yeah, these boys are going to be all out in both sets. So keep an eye out for Mikkel and Miku battling out on track today. GOVEE looked like he was pretty quick and he wants to get himself involved. But again, let's not avoid that mid-pack. It could be extremely fun to watch today with plenty of very intense braking zones, but lots of places to overtake, and plenty of opportunity to slipstream as well here today. So it's all going to be down to driver skill, equal machinery, same with the Tata Series last night. And that was a lot of fun. The VOD will be going up on YouTube soon, probably by tomorrow morning, so definitely keep an eye out for that one, because boy oh boy was that a double-header action-packed race. And we're expecting the same this evening. As we're just about to get qualifying underway, here we go. 10 minutes of quality is go. And we will go on board with Matt. First one out the pits. Looks like he is being followed by Miku. Very distinct livery. We'll watch these guys do their onboards of this very quick, very technical sector of the track. And this is where a lot of the battles are going to be won and fought today. There's a lot of battles in the Tata series last night around this sector. That's going to be even more fun in the Mazdas, I think. These things are a lot more tail happy than the Tatas is. The guys seem to be running wide there on the exit a lot. This is what you mean by the nice sharp, short braking zone here into this long sweeping right-hander. And then we're instantly off into the second, well, third part of the track, really. Completely miss out the second part. We get some lovely views here of Matt going round. And he will be the first one to set a fast lap. Maybe just hanging back a little bit. He'll want to obviously leave a gap because he is extremely quick round here. Most of the guys will get about 4 running laps if they just keep on pumping in fast lap times. Track temp of 37 degrees, air temp of 26 with a wind speed of 14 kilometers an hour. So the tyres will see a little bit of wear, but they're all on the same sets. Unlike other series, it's one standard set for all, designed for long distance. And it's not like these cars put far too much energy through those tyres anyway. But here we go, Matt across the line to get started on qualifying here at the Nürburgring. And let's see what kind of opening lap, what kind of benchmark he can set. He's been very mid-pack in free practice. Not too far off the lead pace. Very much in and amongst everybody else. He's nice and wide through there. Look at Miku, who's already hounding him down. Wide through there goes Miku. I just kind of want to see, as we keep with Matt, how quick Miku can catch him over the course of a lap here. It's a little bit untidy there, a couple of jabs at the wheel for Matt. And Miku's definitely got a much cleaner line. Look at that gap coming down already. 7 minutes left, first fast laps coming in here. And we'll see where we are, what the benchmark is going to be. And Matt probably having bad memories of that corner, spun out yesterday in the Tata series. Went across into the wall and ended up pointing backwards. That was pretty much his race run at that point. It's two very different lines taken there entirely. Peck is having some technical issues. Hopefully he'll be back. As we're still on board with Matt, as we come across the final, well, as we come around the final corner, very tight in there, comes out wide, struggling to get the power on early, and we'll see what the first lap times are going to be here. 1:45 from, there's 1:44 from Matt, but there you go, look at that, 1:42.7 off the bat from Miku. So Matt with a particularly untidy run. Let's see. On board with Krotov, who was in chat. Let's see what kind of laps he can eke out. So we have Miku with a 1:42.7 to start off proceedings, then it's Mikael behind him, the usual suspects, 1:43.3 behind. Then Matt P3 at the moment. Brisn has just jumped to P4. Fiala P5 at the moment. Everyone else yet to set a time. GOVEE sees himself squeeze up into P3 there. Further 4/10ths back off Mikael, 7/10ths off of Miku. We'll see where Krotov finishes his lap off around the last corner. He goes 4:19, sticks it into 7th, but that was an out lap by those things. Or it was an invalidated lap that was. Krotov, 6th place for his effort. Ahead of Fiala, so yeah, it was invalidated lap by 4:19. Nestor jumps up to P7 with his time of 1:44.421. And we're going to stick with Sopanen. Had a very active practice session. He's a quick driver. And we'll just want to see what he can do. So he looks like he's late to the party on this one. Late out the box Yep, he definitely was. The only one that really invalidated their laps. Maverick invalidated his last lap, as did 419. So those two yet to set a representative lap time. P9 for Laurie then with 1:45.402, 3 seconds off the pace at the moment. No changes. Everyone else gets their second laps in. Let's see if we've got any improvements that will pop up on the boards. 4.5 minutes left to go. Well, 4 minutes 20 now of qualifying. 419 getting out of the way. Oh, sorry, that was Krotov getting out of the way of Sopanen. It was 419's way up the road. That thing is going to. I'm just going to quickly move over there. I like to have things right on the edge of the screen, you see. And we are back in business. So, let's see if Sopanen can set a time. Peck is back. 419 jumps up to P4 with that time. 1:43.555. With a 1:43.566 for Matt Pryor. Sopanen then with a rapid time. 1:42.882. That's 0.5 off the lead and a jump to P3, dropping Ruggiemi down to P4. So a great time there from Sopanen. We are running out of time though. 3 minutes 20 seconds to go. And who is yet to set a representative time? We'll have to get on board with Mav, I think. Yep, he's yet to set a time. I think he's on one now. There you go, P7 for Mav, 1:43. So the only one yet to set a time is Peck. I'm sure he's on track. We'll just want to try and squeeze to him wherever he is. There's Fiala, there's Peck. Let's see where we can pick up on a lap time with him today. Ooh. Battling with Mikel there, I think. Oh no, Peck here, he was getting attacked by Brisen actually, so that won't be good for his lap time. He just wants to get a lap in, does Peck. And let's see where this one lands him. It was a 1:53, but he must have been validated, so he is running out of time. He'll get 2 more stabs at it. 2 more stabs before we run out of time here. No change at the top. It is still Miku with a 1:42.359.3 of a second quicker than his rival Mikel, who's only 0.2 quicker than Sopanen with a great third place lap time there of 1:42.882. Then Ruggiemi in P4, Matt in P5. 419 is P6 with Maverick P7. Brisen is P8. As we see a change at the top, we're just going to quickly swap up things, and you couldn't get any much closer than that. 4 100ths per second. It's Sopanen that takes P2 from Mikel. Since 4 100ths of a second to Miku, so extremely rapid time from Sopanen there. You see boxes. Where were we? Yeah, P8 Brisen, Nestor P9. Krotov is P10 at the moment, Fiala P11, Laurie P12, and at the back of the grid on board with at the moment is Peck, rounding up P13, and we just want to see kind of a lap time he can throw together. As those who'll be wanting to set a lap time will have to get over the line very much, well, very quickly. They've got less than 1 minute and 10 now. That'll be the session end. A big lock up there from Peck. He's got all over the back of him. Ruggiemi, probably who you don't want coming into the last corner when you're trying to get a lap off, because it looks like Ruggiemi's on one as well, and he's going to squeeze up the inside. No, they're going to have a coming together, Ruggiemi and Peck. Oh, there goes Ruggiemi's qualifying chances. P4 will be where he ends. And Peck with a 1:55.31 still sees him P13. But yeah, kind of had a small horrible feeling. There might have been contact in the last corner there. Maybe a smarter move from Ruggiemi would have been just to have held back and gone for one more lap. He would have had time to cross the line. Brisen, we are going to go on board with his last fast flying lap. Let's see if he can make improvement. Currently P8, 1.4 seconds off the pace, and it's still Miku, as we see Nestor taking P8 from Brisen at the moment, so dropping down the order is Brisen. Miku still just ahead of Sopanen, no more. Sopanen has called it a day. He is pitted. Mikel is back out there trying to make an improvement. Currently P3, only a tenth off of P1. Then there's a 5/10 gap a little bit further back to GOVEE, who we saw getting caught up in that last corner incident with Peck. Then Matt, followed by 419, Mav, Nestor. Who we're on with right now is Brisen, who's just ahead of Krotov, Fiala, Laurie, and Peck has pitted and called it an end to his session. So he will be lasted as we see Mikel with an absolute stormer of a lap, takes pole position, provisional pole position, and it's not by much. There's less than a tenth of a second between the top three here. You're not going to get much closer than that. Are we going to get an improvement from Brisen? Has Miku got a response at all? We'll have to find out where he is on track right now. Does Brisen improve? He does. Takes P8 back from Nestor. Right, we need to quickly find a Miku. And I think that's it from Miku. It is. It's all over. And it's Mikel who pips him to pole position by 3/100ths of a second. And then a further 4/100ths of a second behind is Sopanen. This is an absolutely incredible tight top three, guys and girls. Oh, I'm looking forward to this race. It's going to be absolute madness between them. Again, Mav and Brisen. Literally 1/100th of a second between those two. Nestor's not that far behind, just a further 10th behind on those two as well, so that's going to be extremely tight. 419 and Matt are extremely tight, and then Mav's not even that far off the back of Matt, so yeah, that mid-race, that mid-pack is going to be, wow, something else. But these top three, wow. Miku, Mikel, and Sopanen. Take your hats off, gents. That was an absolute flying qualifying session. Very much looking forward to the race now. We got ourselves a minute and a half cool down, ladies and gents. And then it'll be a 3-minute countdown before the race begins. So go grab yourselves a drink, run to the bathroom, do what you need to do, because we're going to be right back just before lights out. Ladies and gents, we are back and we're just about to get race 1 underway here at the Nürburgring. We're going to follow GOVEE off the grid. P4 start, 30 seconds to lights out. And I will remind myself to get off the grid as per usual. This is going to be some heck of a start. There's Peck closest to us. And up at the front, as you can see, right behind Miku on the second row of the grid is GOVEE, who we're on board with. Slight disappointing end to his qualifying with that little impeachment with Peck, but we're about to go racing here. We got 6 lights and we are underway for race 1, and I'm going to quickly, while we've got a long run, we are looking good, and we are back on board with GOVEE. There we go. Looks like the leader's got a good run off the line. Down into turn 1 it is Mikkel who leads Miku. Sopanen is just ahead of GOVEE and no more as we come down this left-hander. And it does look like GOVEE has the move done on Sopanen. You can still hear Sopanen is on the outside of him there. And he's hanging on for dear life. Has the inside line on GOVEE again. These two are going to battle hard. The rest of the order seems to be about normal. Matt ahead of 419, ahead of Mav. We see Mikkel leading from Miku. Sopanen down the inside of GOVEE. Matt Pryor 419 and Mav. It's all getting spicy behind. Pan out GOVEE all over the back of Sopanen. There's a lot going on behind. Can we pan out? Yes, we can. As we see Brizza over the back of Mav as well. And his boy's going to play nice for the next 20 minutes. So the gap at the front, 0.5 a second between Mikkel and Miku. And then it's further 1.5 back already to Sopanen. So the leader's already starting to clock out here at the end of lap 1. As we see GOVEE looking to make a move down the inside here. Looked like Miku was going to make a move on the inside of Mikkel as well. GOVEE goes for it. There's a bit of a squeeze down the inside. Mikkel drag racing again. And start finish straight. GOVEE has got Sopanen. You can still hear him, he's still there. There we go, we see some more moves getting pulled. 419 and Matt are getting all involved in this one. Down the inside goes Matt on all of them. Sopanen runs very, very, very wide onto the grass. GOVEE looks like he'll hold it. 419 on the purple liveried car on the outside. Matt just holding the tail of this battle up. Mikkel still holding the lead from Miku though. This group of cars are battling hard. Just going to have a little bit here from 419 as we just looked at Sopanen going very wide and Pryor getting the move done on him. On board now with 419 is him and Mav are squabbling away. There's Mav there. Leaders look like they're going to be nice and calm, but this is where you want the action to be, right in the mid-pack as I thought it would be. So the current run-up is Mikkel leads from Miku by 0.4 of a second, then 2.1 seconds further back it's GOVEE, followed by Matt, and then it's Sopanen, 419, Mav, Krotov, Prison and Fiala rounding at the top 10, with Laurie and Peck further a bit down the road having their own little battle. Nestor, unfortunately, looks like he's had a bit of an issue, and he finds himself 5 seconds off the back of the grid. This is 419 and Sopanen get close, but Mav's getting interested in this one. Can he make a move around the outside? He cannot, but he's going to get a good lineup. GOVEE's starting to get a little bit of a gain there. At the head of this pack, you can see GOVEE just making a little break from Matt there, who's getting a little bit of a break from Sopanen, who's under all sorts of pressure from 419 coming down this straight into the braking zone to turn 1 as any move's going to be made. Mav pulls out. And then he's got Krotov behind him. Prison and Fiala is making a good impression on this race as well, sticking with it. So this is quite the battle in the mid here. There's literally next to nothing in it. 419 still just kind of tailing Sopanen. With Matt just in front as well. Looks like Sopanen and Matt are about to engage in quite the battle. 419 is open and running wide. You can just see Mav in 419's mirrors there lurking in the background. Open takes a very tight line there. Matt going very wide. Two completely different lines. Soperin is absolutely ragging that Mazda all about the place. They all are at the moment. Mikael out front, pulled in another 10th there on Miku. Fastest lap last time round was 1:43.396 by Mikael, with 1:43.569 from Miku. But it's these guys. Tight battle in the middle. They seem to be breaking off into their own individual battles at the moment. Matt versus Soperin, 419 versus Mav. We've all that one before. Then Krotov's over the back of Mav. Then you've got Brizin is in amongst that as well. So everyone's like tailing off into their own little fights at the moment. As we see, Nestor has made a place back on Peck. Next up on his list, catching up on the grid, will be Laurie in P11. And there is Laurie there. As we're seeing a move here by Soperin down the inside of Matt. Is he going to hold it? He does indeed. Mav is having a little look at 419 up the inside. Is he going to have a... Is he going to get a nose in front? Maybe. Soperin looks like he's got the inside move on Matt done. Mav's had to pull back in behind 419. These guys are going, aye, we've got contact between 419 Mav, and we've got a colossal amount of contact there. On the brakes, Mav just not knowing what to do and where to go. And unfortunately, that is seen. A number of guys going out and round. And gives Laurie a chance to catch back up to this pack. But, oh, we didn't want to be seeing that, unfortunately. And it is now, I think, Krotov that leads the pack. Yep, so Krotov, Matt's the one who's had a gain out of this, so Soperin, they've gone off to do their own thing up front. It's now Krotov, Brizin, Fiala, Mav, and 419 just a little bit off. There's Laurie. And you can hear just behind that was the sound of Nestor catching as well. Mav's looking to make a move on the back of Fiala there. Let's see, Mav has made the move. He's all over the back of Brizin right now. As we see Miku and Mikael trading places again. Here goes the race up the straight line again. So one little accident has kind of pulled the pack apart. And we're going to see anything else go on. My goodness, we've still got 12.5 minutes of this race to go, and all the action has been happening in this pack here. Been hard to take our eyes off of it. This is from 419 P10 all the way up to P6 Krotov that you can see in this one frame right now. 419 diving up the inside of Fiala. Is he going to have the better drive with the outside line, or is Fiala going to hold himself in there? I think 419 has just squeezed to move around the outside. Yeah, is this going to get Fiala into the braking zone here? Is it comfortable? Brizin's made a move on Krotov. You can just see there, yep, Fiala has made the move. There we go. There's Mav going up for a move on Brizin. Going to go on board with Mav right now as he tails Brizin. Couldn't quite complete the move. P8 at the moment. Krotov has got the move back done on Brizin. Battle at the front, still 0.4 of a second between Miku and Mikael. 0.2, those guys are forever battling. Miku now has the fastest lap with 1:42.305. So they're trading blows up front. We'll definitely have to get back to them real soon, as Miku definitely has the straight line speed. They are side by side at the front of this pack. And will Miku have Mikael going into turn one? We'll have a look. Looks like he may have. Keep an eye on this battle as well. But I think Miku has taken the place from Mikael. Just going to have a little confirmation, yeah, but straight back in it is Mikael down the inside of Miku. This is your battle for first place. It looks like Mikael holds on to fight another day. at the front of the pack. Well held. So we have that battle going on, and we come back to this battle here, which is Prison, Mav, and Krotov. Mav's made the move on Prison somewhere. 419 still lurking in there. Fiala holding out for a top 10 position. Nestor's not really closed up to the back of Laurie at any kind of given pace. Mav kind of hanging it wide there, giving Prison a nice tighter line to approach. So did 419. To switch back to the battle at the front, because it is Miku and Mikhail again battling it. Look how Miku throws the back end of that car about into this last sector, and he's got the drive on Mikhail. He's going to take the wider line. Mikhail takes the more defensive tight line. This is going to give Miku the drive down the start finish straight. Here we go, up to turn 1. The drag race is on yet again between these two. It seems like every single race that we get, these two are having a drag race down a straight together, and it's always under race conditions. Miku down to the inside. Is he going to have the better braking? Is he going to have the better line? He covers off. Mikhail's going to do the inside swap, which makes it the outside for this double left-hander. Oh no, there's a bump. Oh, but he keeps it, sticks it round the outside, and Mikhail takes P1 back round the outside of Miku. In turns 2 and 3. Is Miku going to try and have a little cutback? Doesn't look like it. Mav and Krotov are having a battle down the order. Let's have a wee looky at this one. Oh, we're seeing major battles down the order here. It's Mav, Prison, 419. Fiala's got involved in this again. As we're watching Prison and 419 absolutely going at it, hammer and tong. Mav just ahead. He's all over the back of Krotov right now. Sopanen keeping a little 1.3 second gap off the back of GOVEE, so he's keeping him honest. Miku taking the lead again off of Mikhail. That's going to go to the line, those two. It always does. And here we are on following Mav all over the back of Krotov. And hopefully he'll be looking to make a move coming up to the chicane here. It's great to see this mid-pack so tight and clustered together. There's Laurie just picking up the end of the picture. Mav's looking for that line on Krotov. Got the drag, gonna have the better braking into the left-hander, but Krotov's gonna have the line into the right, but he just gave up. He put his hands, surrendered, let Mav through. Not worth the fight this time round. And that'll be Mav nicely up into P6, so he's kind of back where he started, and he'll be happy with that. Has gapped Mikhail now out front, 0.3, so they've swapped positions. Fastest lap still goes to Miku. But that battle's anything but over, I can tell you that one for a fact. I'm going to check 419 right now, all over the back of Prison, as he looks to make a move down the inside of Prison going into turn 1. And will he hold it? That's the thing. Tucks it in tight. Still here, Prison is there on the inside. 419 is going to cover across. They're going to give each other space. 419 on the more looser stuff goes wide. Prison holds it, and look who's there just in case it all goes wrong. It's Fiala. Fiala's having a really good race at the moment, getting very spicy and racy. So Mav is gapping Krotov right now. Ahead of this battle, which is 419. Prison is all over the back. Contact, Prison and 419. Fiala, I just said it, pick up the pieces, and he certainly did. Oh, 419, that was a close one. Laurie gets through. Is Nestor going to get through? Oh, that is unlucky for 419. All the way back to 12. Just a small little bit of contact there with a Prison. That has just caused a bit of chaos, unfortunately. Gap at the front seems to be extending a little bit. Miku's found his rhythm, and he is now gapping Mikhail by 0.6 of a second out front. With 6 minutes to go, this is what Miku will be wanting. In front and in control. And we just see GOVEE a little bit further back with Sopanen keeping him honest. Evening, Leo. Maverick got pace. Looks like he is. He's doing alright in P6 at the moment. Kind of started where he qualified. He seems to be in a very spicy mid-battle as well. So we'll be panning back to that when they get a bit closer. We're going to keep to this battle at the moment because Mikel has made some inroads on Miku here through this first sector. This is your battle for the lead here. Race 1 at the Nürburgring of Phoenix Sim Sports. If you guys and girls are interested in joining this or Settle Corsa Competizione League, we do multiple different series. Come and give us a try. Follow the Discord links in the Twitch information below. Whoa, a squiggly from Mikel as Miku's going to get a little bit of a gain from that. Yes, we have spaces. Season 13 is coming to a close. We are on race 8 of 10 right now. Season 14 is already lurking its head round the corner and looking even more spicy. Sopanen is all over the back of Rugweeby now. We're going to squeeze down to that battle. And it looks like Sopanen is all over the back of Rugweeby. And this kind of hails back to the practice battle that I was watching. Maverick gaining another 9/10 on Krotov there. Last lap, so he's starting to make some nice progress. Brizin's finally up to the back of Laurie, looking to take P9 back. 419 and Nestor are having a little argument at the back by the looks of things as we see Sopanen pulling out on Rugweeby. Rugweeby going to have to take a really tight defensive line. He goes really deep on the lockup. Sopanen's going to have the drive coming out the corner, but Rugweeby's going to have the inside line here. Bang, crash, and they both come together. Rugweeby takes damage, spins off, and Sopanen kind of keeps it on somehow, but that's going to see Rugweeby squirm backwards. And Matt, quite thankfully, will take the P4 as we see Rugweeby getting out of the way of Maverick. Rugweeby, it's a long time to recover from that was Rugweeby. Probably not too happy. That's his Maverick up to P5. Krotov up to P6 for now. Rugweeby all the way down to P7. So a nice little drive here from Mav. P5 will suit him very nicely. At the front, Miku is now pulled out almost a second to Mikel. She's had a great lap there. We're going to have let's have a little look further down the grid because I know there's some more stuff's going on. Laurie has just lost a position to Brizin. And there, this is going to get fun. 490 on the back of Nestor, who's on the back of Laurie, who's on the back of Brizin. This is all for P9 right now. Who says you can't have a race in all parts of the track? These guys certainly can. There's the gap at the front, over a second now between Miku and Mikel. I think this is going to be fun to watch. So we're going to check Nestor all over the back of Laurie right now. Is he going to make the move? Rugweeby is all over the back of... Is that Krotov already? Looks like it, yeah. We're going to get a good view of this somewhere. Oh no, that's me. There's Rugweeby. All over the back of Krotov, looks to make a move down the inside. And is he going to hold it out? Or we're not going to have a repeat of the last lap with Sopanen? No, he hangs him out wide. But he's fine. Diving on the counter there was Rugweeby, and he has made the place up on Krotov. Great move. And he is 5 seconds off the back of Maverick with 1:40 to go. Battle at the front is still 0.9 of a second. Miku looks to be holding it. This is where we want to be right now. 419 all over the back of Nestor, who's all over the back of Laurie. Now this will be where all the entertaining battle is to go. We'll spin out where the leaders are on track. They're approaching the last chicane, coming up to the last corner now-ish. Oh, Nestor goes wide there. And we'll get one more lap here after this one. 419 all over the back of Nestor. He's really under pressure right now, which is kind of giving Laurie a little bit of space. And here, what a run there by 419, but it's slipstream on slipstream on slipstream, and Laurie is the one that's going to be missing out here because he's getting double slipstream by both Nestor and 419. So leaders are on the final lap. 0.6 of a second the gap going into turn 1 between Miku and Mikel. And Nestor going off trying to make a pass on Laurie there, and he concedes the place back, and that sees 419 take that, so Nestor losing out there, 419 taking that up to P11. Laurie with a very squirrely line there as well on the exit, and this is going to give 419 lurching pass. But yeah, it was a struggling exit there from Laurie. You see 419 make the pass and back up into the top 10. And it is Brizin right ahead of him. Moving further up the order, you have Fiala just on the back of Krotov. P8 for Fiala at the moment. That'll be a very respectable run. Laurie has got ahead of 419 again. What's going on down here? These two squabbling. These two are squabbling. Nestor's not going to give up either. He's down the inside of Laurie right now. Oh! They've forced Laurie to dive out the way there. 419 holds the inside line on Nestor. These three are going to be having a good kick at each other until the end, I think. But we are going to have to go back to the front, ladies and gents, because it is Miku coming up to the final corner, and he is going to take the checkered flag from Mikel. There's nothing between them at all. We're looking at half a second, if that. Across the line, there is your race 1 winner. It is Miku from Mikel. Congratulations, Miku. Sopanen will come at P3. Yep, so Sopanen will be P3. Matt Pryor, P4. Mav, very impressive, and he'll be very happy with this. P5 performance from him today. Rugumi will be a little bit kicking his teeth. He's gone down from 4th to 6th. Krotov will finish 7th. Fiala will be 8th. Very good race from Fiala. Brizin is rounding it off to come 9th. Nestor is leading this pack for 10th. Ahead of 419 and Laurie. What a squabble these guys have had, and it's been great to watch. There confirms that Nestor ahead of 419, ahead of Laurie, and it will be Peck to round it out. But congratulations to Miku, what an absolute run. Defensive line for turn 1. There isn't really one. I mean, there's always a really ideal one, but I suppose you kind of want to take it tight so they can't dive out your inside, but you don't want it too tight where, because of the way that the first corner dips here at the Nürburgring, if you come in too shallow, the force of the car going forward, even with the brakes on, you're going to slide and you'll just slide out wide. So you want to come in a bit shallow, but not too shallow. It's hard to describe. And use the bump to your advantage. It will drag you out so you can kind of cover the outside line as well, but it's not ideal. Usually on the switchback you've got better drive. But that was the end of race 1, and oh boy, that was extremely, extremely fun to watch. I'm looking forward to this reverse grid, which is going to see Peck starting pole. And if it was anything, Peck had a torrid first race in the Tatis yesterday. Started pole position for race 2 in the reverse grid, and he held his own and had a really good run. I think it was 8th in the end, but it was a very respectable drive from Peck, and I wonder if you can pull the same off in the MX5 tonight. But big congratulations to Mikel in P2, and I believe it was Sopanen in P3, Matt P4, and Mav will be your P5 round out for race 1 here at the Nürburgring with Phoenix Sim Sports in the MX5-CUPs. But we're going to take a little bit of a break again, folks, because we'll have our wind down and then we'll have our race 2 pre-start up. So it'll be around about 3-4 minutes. We'll grab yourselves a cuppa and take a deep breath, because race 2 is going to be coming around just around the corner, and we can't wait. We'll see you in a couple of minutes, folks. Welcome back, folks. We are just gearing up for race 2 reverse grid here at the Nürburgring. Phoenix Sim Sport MX5-CUP. And it's 45 seconds till lights out. What a fantastic first race where we saw Miku take the win. But is he going to do a last to first challenge? The grid as it lines up will be Peck starting at the front. Then Laurie, 419 with a rather good starting grid for himself. P3, Nestor P4, Brizin will start in 5th, followed by Fiala, then Krotov, Rugumi P8, Mav in P9, Matt in 10th, And it's opening in 11th. Mikel in 12th. I said Miku at the back, 13th. So here we go. All the lights are out. And we are 6 on. All out and away we go for race 2. A little bit of a slow start there from Peck. Whoa. But we're going to go on board with him right now. As we see Laurie's going to try and have a little go up the inside, I think. There's Laurie up the inside. 419 we're on board with. Laurie's going to take the lead here going into turn 1 by the looks of things. Heavy braking from Brisbane there on the outside. Oh, Laurie and 419 come together. GOVEE's had a tank slapper at the back. Looks like he had a came together with Matt. For the most part, everyone else has got away as we see Peck takes the lead back from Laurie. Laurie's going to go back down the inside. Nestor's having a little look as well as we see multiple cars go around. Laurie's spinning off into different directions. 419's lost a whole bunch of positions. Mav's up to P3. Matt's up to P4. Mikel's already up to P5. Miku's still down in P11, so it's Mikel that's had the absolute blinder of a start. So we're going to go on board with Nestor, who's right up behind the race leader Peck, who... Oh, Nestor turned in a bit tight there. Peck really didn't have anywhere else to go, but it's going to be a drag race down here. Nestor has to be careful not to tag the back end of Peck. Maverick's all over the back of this as well. Oh my goodness. And there, look at this, what is going on? There's chaos in the background. Miku's gone off. I think Mikel was slowing down, and I think that's Mav that's gone off as well. Mav's just gone off. Mav was a contender, yeah, but Mav's no longer a contender. He's off. And it's Nestor that leads from Matt, who leads from Brisbane. And it's 419, Sopanen, Fiala. Then it's Mav, Peck, Laurie. Peck's gone all the way down to P8. That's a shame. After starting on pole, and looked like he was holding out pretty well. Miku 10th. Krotov is 11th, VB 12th, and Mikel looked like he'd slowed there, the 13th. So it's all been kicking off this one. You might have just cursed in Leo, yep. And he is down. Laurie back up to P8, Peck down to P9 now. We're going to join this battle, which is 419 and Brisbane right up behind. Matt in P2. Nestor is 0.8 ahead in the lead. There's Mav, he's not out of this yet, he is fast, remember. This is where our battle is going to be for now. Matt, 419, Brisbane, all at the back of Nestor. Sopanens are joining in just behind, and then it'll be Maverick. Fiala's not too far behind Mav either. So we're all kicking off down here. Fresh and with a fresh cup of coffee as Brisbane looks to make a move on 419, pulls out with intention, tucks back into the slipstream. Looks like Matt is just distancing himself a little bit from this battle as he looks to kind of reel in Nestor up the front there. Miku has made up another position on Peck. I think Mikel has oh, contact between 419 and Nestor. That's going to see Brisbane go through, Sopanen go through. Leaves flying off the front of 419's car. He's not having the best run. Mav goes through. And that's his 419 dropped down to 6th place. That'll be another one of the commentator's curses. Sitting there watching him and he crashes. On board with Miku as he's going to make a move down the inside of Laurie here in P8. Got that inside tidy line over the curb, and he's going to get the power down nice and well. Laurie might come back at him here. He does. Laurie showing him the brave card. Contact. Miku's get pushed a little bit wide. You can just see behind Peck and Krotov battling, and GOVEE just behind that. And as it does look like Mikel has retired from this race. Good news for Miku. Brisbane has taken Nestor for P2. Nestor's fighting back. And Brisbane's fighting back again, so that's P2 for Brisbane at the moment. It's opening all over the back of that. Krotov just behind in this picture now, as you see, is just taken Peck. we've just got some technical news there from Mikhail's side of the garage, and it looked like it was a technical fail from Aseto's point of view. Oh, Worry skipping it out, so is Peck, there's GOVEE. Yeah, unfortunately, Mikhail out due to technical issues. Nestor has just been overtaken by Sopen, and that was the one I was trying to get to. Maverick's now clawed in all the way onto the back of this. 419's kind of caught up behind as well. You see all that muck that 419's left everywhere. Oh, my voice is going already. Got to have that coffee on the go to keep me caffeinated and my throat going. Prison is only 0.4 off the back of Matt for the battle at the front. Matt will be happy that he's got a bit of breathing space, but it's nice and compact to get in here. Miku is joining this party. He's all over the back of Fiala. As we see Mav and Nestor kind of having a little go with each other. You can see that battle at the front is close right up between Prison and Matt. It just went wide there. So Fiala is getting passed by Miku, and it has been done. So Miku will be all over the back of 419 any minute now. And then it'll be Maverick. So we see a very aggressive line there, skipping into the corner from 419. He's looking to make a good drive on Mav right now. GOVEE starting to pull in on the back of Krotov there. Laurie holding firm, P9 at the moment. It's great to see so many cars in the one picture. These guys really do know how to have fun. Battle at the front is still 0.3, 0.5 of a second between Matt and Prison. So they are fighting solid. Then it's just a little bit further back, 0.9. It's Sopen in P3. And he's a quick driver, we know that. You see all the leaves getting kicked about. Then it's Nestor. He's falling 1.3 back. And that's the car that we just see in front of us. Sopen and slamming in a 142.9 there. Fastest man on the track right now. As Miku's making a move on the back of 419. Oh, a sneeze, excuse me for that. Oh, bad time to sneeze, all in the action as Miku slams on the brakes right behind Mav. That'll push him a little bit wide. 419 having a little sniff back at him, but nothing to be made of it. So this battle at the front is going to get really spicy. We're going to have a little sneak peek on this one because Prison's half a second behind the leader. Sopanen is clawing in at Prison right now. Sopanen is going to try and make a move early doors here. We've still got 12 minutes to go. And Sopanen is looking for a P2. Making himself look all big in Prison's mirrors right now, but he holds tight. Sticks to P2 right now. Krotov and Laurie battling. Krotov now up to P9. Laurie down to P10 with GOVEE right behind him. Mav is now half a second behind Nestor. And 0.2 of a second ahead of Miku. We're going to go back down and have a little look at this. It's Miku, and he's going to make that move on Mav down the inside. He's going to have the outside line up here for the chicane. We can see Sopanen looking to make a move there on Prison going up into the chicane. Looks like he's made it. He has indeed, so that's him up to P2. Miku and Mav still battling. Very well done. Oh, there's GOVEE. He's gone off. There's Laurie. So GOVEE has left. Something happened there. Like him and Laurie had some kind of contact by the looks of things. I don't know exactly. There's a battle for the lead on board going on right now, and there it is. It's Sopanen all over the back of Matt. Oh, watch this as there's a battle unfolding just behind between Mav and Miku. Matt looks to blocks open in every opportunity, covering all angles. That's defensive driving. We know Matt is really good at it. One of the best in the field when it comes to defensive driving. And look at this. This Prison, he's making himself look real big in those mirrors now on Sopanen. As he looks to take a wider line and cut back in, so opening, having to take a couple of stabs at the wheel there to get the car round. Again, Matt just placing his car in all the right places. This is bringing Nestor back into the fight. We see that Miku's made up a place, so is 419 on Maverick, so Miku up to P5 now. And he'll be very quick onto the back of this fight if these guys keep it up and slow each other down. This is where the major battle is at the moment. There is your lead. That is Matt against Soperin. Soperin with what a drive he's got coming up to the outside. Is Matt going to have him later on the brakes just to keep this inside line, or is Soperin going to try and dive it round the outside? He does to take the lead, but is he going to have the cutback? Is Matt going to have the cutback? No! Soperin holds it. And that is P1. You can see there's a bit of scuffling on in the background. We're looking in the mirror now. We're on board with Brizin. Right behind him is Nestor, then it's Miku, then it's 419, then it's Maverick, then there's Fiala and Krotov just bringing up the back of the picture. So looking ahead, we can see Matt, the new race leader Sopanen, going at it. Nestor all over the back, and there is Miku. Looking eminently dangerous. 9 minutes left on the clock. This race is anything but set. Sopanen and Matt still dueling away. I may have said that Matt is a great defensive driver. He's also extremely good at attacking as well. See a little bit wide and deep there from Brizin. Missed the apex. Miku taking a long one. He's going to try and get around the outside of Nestor there, and took a long way back on the outside. They bang doors. As we see Matt looking to make a move on the inside of Sopanen. Nestor goes deep. Matt goes deep. Miku's lost a place to Maverick. Matt's taking the lead back. Brizin's all about the inside, or outside, sorry. Sopanen looks to make the move on the outside stick, coming up to here. Matt's going to have him on the inside. They've left enough room. And look at this, 419 is now onto the tail of this. This is your battle for the lead, and it is extremely exciting. Still 8 minutes to go. I counted 9 cars in that one picture. So Sopanen leads Matt, leads Brizin. Then right behind is 419 Mav. Miku has just got past Nestor, lets him back through again. So they're all battling gentlemanly, giving each other space. Brizin has got, you can just see it ominously just on the left hand side there through the screening. That man, 419, making himself well known. Is he going to make a move up the inside? Brizin looks to cover. You're right, Leo, anything is bound to still happen. We've still got 7 minutes of this race to go. These guys are battling like nothing on earth. Sopanen now starting to stretch his legs just a little bit from Matt out in the front. Brizin and Matt, they're holding each other up a little bit. 419's really holding himself up. Miku's still battling with Nestor. Mav's closing in on the back of her 419. So they're all holding each other up in some shape or form, which is giving Sopanen a bit of an advantage as Miku's taken to the grass to try and get past Nestor now. So there are all sorts of extremes going on in the background. 419, nice little run on the inside there of Brizin, but he's going to have the inside coming at the left-hander. 419's going to try and hang it out there for the inside on the next corner. What a move by 419. And look who's ominously peering to try and take something out of this opportunity. It's Maverick. If he slipstreams the back of 419 right now, he may make it past Brizin as well. Miku has made the move on Nestor. Nose to tail, coming up to the chicane. And is Mav going to make a move on 419 at the chicane here? He is. Bang! Oh no! Both of them again. 419. Oh, 419 hits the back of Brizin. Miku's just had himself an easy pass. This is chaos in the MX5-CUP. Brizin drops behind Krotov, P7. Mav down to P6 now. Fiala, P5. Nestor, P4. What is going on? It's chaos. What is going on? Fiala out of nowhere is suddenly P5. But he has Mav for company again. Mav will dive down the inside. Krotov still right behind. Matt 1.2 seconds off the back of Sopanen. He's looking for a nice easy victory now if he keeps stretching his legs, and it's going to happen with these guys continuously fighting. Though with still 5 minutes on the clock, Miku is 4.7 seconds off the back of that lead. And he'll be closing in on the back of Matt as quickly as he can, as we are seeing Krotov battling out with Fiala right now. See anything from Krotov, any kind of dive. I think that Fiala may have just had the gap on him. Yes, he did. There's Brisen making moves up the pack. The 419 is in amongst this as well. So have a little look at Krotov. His 419 is looking to make a move on him. Brisen is also under pressure from Krotov, who just made the move back on him, as we see Krotov getting past Brisen with quite some ease, and there's 419 sliding in behind. Into the braking zone we go. This is all your battle for P7 between these three at the moment. And overall, the battle for P4 with Nestor, Mav, Fiala, Krotov, Brisen, and 419 rounding off the back of that run. 1.6 seconds now, the gap at the front. Miku setting the fastest lap, but it's not enough. 5/10 on this lap, quicker than Sopanen. There's only 4 minutes remaining. So Brisen, 419 battling pretty hard there. Krotov still over the back of Fiala. Fiala holding his own there in P6. This will be a fantastic result for Fiala if he can make it for the next 3.5 minutes with these guys all over the back of him. But up front you see Nestor, followed by the orange car of Maverick. There's Fiala just ahead of us. So we're on board with Krotov. Brisen getting pretty close to the back of us there. 419 all over his boot as well. These guys are just absolutely non-stop at the moment. Nestor, Mav, Fiala, Krotov, Brisen, and 419. All the action on track right now here in the mid-pack. Matt dropping off the back of Sopanen now. 2 seconds is the current gap. Miku is closing in on the back of Matt. It'll be only a case of we might catch him by the last lap. It could be a possibility. These guys seem to have settled down just a little bit. Current top 10 is Sopanen, Matt, Miku, Nestor, Maverick, Fiala, Krotov, Brisen, 419, and Laurie running out. Heck is still running. He's at the back, but he is still running, so good on him. And our retirees from this session have been Mikkel and Rigweeby. As we're seeing Krotov make the move on Fiala. Pure drive out that last corner. And move made before we even get there. Brisen has also made the move by the looks of things, yep. Unfortunately, Fiala going back down the way. But we'll still get a top 10 finish by the looks of things as Krotov goes real wide there. But it looks like Mav is closing into the back of Nestor on this lap as well. Oh, there's now only a second between Miku and Matt. Well, that is going to get very spicy. We're going to have to jump to that battle real quick. Even though there is something amazing going on here, which is Mav trying to go around the outside of Nestor. Almost contact, almost contact. Can Mav sneak it up the inside of Nestor? He can't. Look at the slide he gets on that car. Drives it out wide, but he has made the move stick. And that is a P4 for Mav, just outside the podium. And it's a long way off that, 6.2 seconds off the back of Miku right now, who we're going to go on board with one more lap to go, no doubt. Looking at the time, yep, there'll be one more lap to go. Can Matt hold out? We're going to say that, and the answer's going to be no. Miku, what a drive through the chicane. And he will take that before we get out the final corner. What a move by Miku. Brilliant stuff. 4 seconds off the back of Sopanen, but what a recovery drive from Miku. Ooh, some banging the doors there. Miku in the wars today. Let's see, Is Matt going to try and make a move, a lunge back on him? But it looks like Miku is just going to hold out. Is Matt going to try and move up the inside here? Doesn't look like it. It looks like Miku has taken the battle there for P2. And Matt has conceded for now. Because it looks like he is coming back for a sweep on the inside. That looked very aggressive there. There's a lot of battling going on at the back as well, but I'm going to keep an eye on this one for P2 because it is very spicy indeed. Matt and Miku being very respectable. You can see Nestor getting ahead of Mav again, just behind, so Nestor back up to P4. Miku just has the legs at the moment to get away. Oh, wrong button. As we saw, was that Peck struggling there. But we're going to go on board with Sopanen. 3 rounds the final part of the lap. He's had a pretty trouble-free. Yeah, Miku was last in this race because he won the last one, so reverse grid order. Yep, Miku started last, P2 finished for him by the looks of things, so great run. But it's your race winner here is Sopanen. What a run indeed. Flawlessly flawless. Then it's going to be Miku for P2. Pryor in a very respectable P3. Nestor's going to come home for P4 just ahead of Maverick, who's finishing just ahead of Brisen. And then it'll be 4:19 to cross the line. Fiala with a great P8. Krotovs came away at the back there, but will finish P9. And then Laurie will not finish. So it'll be Peck that takes the last place, which will be P11, I think. Wow, what a race! So congratulations to Sopanen. Sopanen, that was just an incredibly easy drive for him, really. Got into the lead, had a little bit of battling, and that was him. Done and dusted. And got to look to see what the boys are having fun on the track. There is your P2 Race 1 winner. And second place for Race 2, Marcel Miku. And your race leader just ahead of him, Sopanen, who, again, fantastic run. Mav will be gutted that he missed out on P4 today. P5 for him. Donuts from the drivers. Let's see, do we have any donuters today? I don't think so. I don't think we've got anyone left to donut. Nope. Everyone's behaving themselves today, unfortunately, Leo. But we're about to go drag some drivers up into our post-race chat. So there is one. Hello, how are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just dragging.
I'm emotional.
You're emotional.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Well, you sound excited enough that we could definitely get you started today.
Yeah.
So we will drop that and we'll drop the audio. So congratulations to all three of us. That was, again, back-to-back, hilariously great fun racing. Race 2 was just, wow. Always is. But we're going to go start off with yourself, Sopanen. Go talk us through your races, man.
Yeah. for everything, for her support and everything. It's been a long time.
Yeah, you certainly you certainly sound emotional that you've enjoyed yourself this evening. That second race, you just you got yourself to the front. You just walked away with that one, very comfortable in the
Yeah,
end. And are you looking forward to next week coming back?
for sure, for sure.
Excellent stuff. Well, congratulations on the win there in race 2. Fantastic driving, and we're looking forward to definitely seeing you back at the top next week. Mav, how are we doing, buddy? Welcome in.
Yeah, thanks.
P5 there. What a battle with Esther you had in race 2, mate.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff. Race 1, we were kind of a little bit quiet for the most part. We were just working away, trying to consolidate our position. We're trying to fight for P3 in the championship here, so we need as many points over Miro as we can. And that was the main focus for race 1. Race 2. Really, anyone could have won it. With about 10 minutes to go, there are all 7 drivers within 4 seconds.
Yep.
So the excitement started to grow there a little. And definitely a little bit of could Mav get his win? But no, congratulations to you. Absolutely excellent race there today, mate, and enjoy the win. But P5, I mean, again, good solid points for me. So I'm relatively happy. Would have liked to have been a little bit further up, but yeah, a little bit bumpy today. Could have done anything to avoid some collisions. I don't know. Yeah, we'll take a look back at that one and see if there's anything we can do better for next week.
Yep, I was going to say, it looked a little bit more elbows out today from a lot of the drivers, though very much fun and very much in control. But I seen you had a couple of little run-ins on race 2. Probably didn't help you out your battle with Nestor, but yeah, still P5, and I've definitely seen improvement coming your way. And that podium, it's getting closer, buddy.
Yeah. It is.
It's
Sometime soon.
Well, thanks very much for that one. But moving on, race 1 winner, Miku, P2 race 2. Congratulations there, Miku. Go and talk us through both your races.
Well, I'm quite happy with the result. Of course, I do feel sorry for Mikkel as to what happened in the second run.
Yeah, that's right. It looks like he had a disconnect, didn't he?
Yeah, just saw him stopped just before the chicane. I was like, what happened to him? And then eventually the news come in that something has happened, like either DC'd or his game gave up on him. It's unfortunate on his end, but it does mean the title fight is still on, and I'm looking forward to carry it to the end.
Well, that's it. As you said, it does leave the championship very, very much open now.
Yeah, first run, quite a nice battle we had together, all the way to the end. And second race, yeah, a bit too scrappy, I gotta say. Got a bit too aggressive. Probably got a bit too carried away with the fact I'm at the back and probably had my fangs a bit too much out there.
You were a bit keen to get up the front.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that did cost me the chance to get a bit more than the P2. But of course, I have to give Yuho credits for getting his victory.
Yeah, very supreme drive there from Yuho in race 2. Just very, very much head down and got on with it. Your race 1 with Mikkel, though, what a battle again with you guys drag straighting it all the way up the main straight, side by side, lap after lap. It's a shame that never happened in race 2, but yet again, you look like you were kind of out the groove just a slight bit to the start of the race, and then second half of the race you kind of came back, got past Mikkel and stretched your legs a little bit. Was that a bit more confidence in the car coming into the second half of the race?
Well, I had confidence all around. It was just I was making mistakes there and there. Couldn't quite keep it clean, but overall I had confidence in the vehicle. But it was just I struggled to keep it exactly on the performance that I needed to get past him. But eventually I see Mikkel making a bit of a mistake, and I take the opportunity to nip it down the inside.
Aye, well, you can't.
And then at that point.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say you can't complain at an easy little place like that.
Yeah. And then at that point, it was just a case of holding it off until the line.
You've certainly done a good job of that, and as you said, it's really just lit the championship right back up with only 2 rounds left to go. So it's kind of what we wanted to see behind the scenes, going to be brutally honest, and very much looking forward to the next 2 competitions. But again, big congratulations to you, Miku, and everyone else that participated today. Oh, we had some fantastic racing. Trust me, when you just go back to look at this VOD, whoa, it's very spicy. Great racing from everyone. But we're not over here at Phoenix Sim Sport this weekend. Oh, no. Tomorrow is the big one. It is the Asetek Corsa Competizione World Challenge, and we are live, hosted by the lovely Maverick. And
yes.
We're at the Hungaroring tomorrow. So I will not be in the box. I will be on the track. So, yeah. That's going to be fun. And then followed up Saturday evening, it is Le Mans Ultimate. So it's the Saturday. We need to have a branded Saturday name. We need to figure out something Saturday Speedway or something, because that is our fast day. So we're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, thanks so much for joining us, folks. We look forward to seeing you. If you want to come join us, definitely do. Phoenix Sim Sport on SimGrid, or check out the Discord stuff in the Twitch description below. And yeah, we'll see you on Grid real soon. But in the meantime, have yourselves a good night, and see you tomorrow for ACC. Good night.